Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Breaking news for you. Jawar Mohammed's house has been raided. Security forces have conducted thorough search of Jawar's house, not in Ethiopia, in another country. Does Ethiopian government have any role in this raid at Jawar's house? Where is Jawar now, by the way? Secondly, Sebhat Nega, one of the founding members, one of the most senior leaders of TPLF, gave an interview 24 hours ago, and the man said a few things which are alarming. Is he taking sides? Is he calling for preparations? Is he calling for preparations for an armed struggle? What did he say? Though, uh, they look later. Let's start with firstly Jawar. Jawar Mohammed, we know, is not in Ethiopia. And over 2 years ago, he was released from prison. Uh, since then, he has been largely abroad. Visited Ethiopia too several times, but he remained abroad mostly. When he stayed in Ethiopia after his release from prison, he remained silent. But a few months ago, Jawar changed gears. Now, all day he's busy criticizing the government, accusing the government, trying to paint PM Abiy's government as dishonest, corrupt, anti-Ethiopia, anti-people, and incompetent as well. We see a war of words between Jawar and Ethiopian government officials. He quotes statements of ministers. A few days ago, he quoted a message of Takle Umabati, and he talked about expired wheat, expired fertilizer being supplied to farmers in Ethiopia. So now he is in full opposition mode. Jawar, wanted to launch his book Hingabu from Kenya. He was in Kenya over a month ago. He was planning to launch his book from there. But at the last minute, book launching ceremony was cancelled because the venue refused to give permission to Jawar. And back then, I told you that Ethiopian government of PM Abiy actually intervened. It asked Ethiopian government to stop Jawar from publishing his book in Nairobi, Kenya. What did Jawar do then? Jawar went to Europe. He launched his book from Germany, from the Netherlands, etc. And these days, I think he is based in the US. Jawar spent most part of the last 2 years in Nairobi, Kenya. Kenya has large Oromo population, especially the part of Kenya, Isiolo, Marsabit, other parts close to Ethiopia. They have huge Oromo population. Jawar is popular there. Jawar has connections there. But it seems that Ethiopian government wants to cut off the connection between Jawar and Kenyan government. Kenyan police has raided Jawar's house in Nairobi reportedly. I think officially said, but this is what we have learned through some sources. So confirming this development. Not only has the house been raided, but some arrests have also been made reportedly. Jawar is not in Nairobi, but his members of his team were there. Are they security officials, or security officials means security guards? Are they security guards or his relatives or friends? It's not clear. I could not confirm their identity. But 2 or 3 arrests have been made from Jawar's house in Nairobi, Kenya, reportedly. His house was raided by Kenyan police, which conducted thorough search of the house. Were Ethiopian forces there too? Well, Ethiopian government has been in talks with Kenyan government for months. Ethiopian government were trying to persuade Kenyan government that Kenya should not take shelter. It should give shelter to Ethiopian dissidents, to Ethiopian opposition leaders and armed groups. That is why Ethiopian and Kenyan forces launched an operation against the Oromo Liberation Army on Ethiopia-Kenya border. I did two videos on that. So on Ethiopian side of the border, ENDF is conducting the operation, while on the other side, Kenyan forces are conducting operation against Oromo Liberation Army in ICO, Marsabit, etc. Some arrests have been made there in Kenya. Similarly, Ridwan Hussain has been pressing Kenyan government to take action on Jawar. Jawar needs some sort of platform, some headquarter to be fully active in politics, headquarter abroad, because he won't be allowed to return to Ethiopia. If he returns, he might be arrested. So Jawar's headquarter has been Kenya, but Ethiopian government wanted to dislodge him from Kenya. That is why Jawar's residence has been raided by Kenyan forces. Ruto and Abiy got in touch, and Abiy requested Ruto to push Jawar out of Kenya or stop Jawar from carrying out political activity on Kenyan soil against Ethiopian government. African countries, no matter how democratic they are, you know that leaders collaborate and they make decisions. Democracy is not in real form in most parts of Africa. Kenya is known for being the most democratic in this region, but you see what is happening in Kenya. Now, Jawar will have to decide where to go. Where will he be based now? How long will the US continue hosting him? Will he just continue changing his location from country to country? When will he return to Ethiopia? By the way, I said that fight between Jawar and Abiy is not fake. It's not friendly fire. I told you months ago that this fight is real fight now. Now it has been confirmed. It's real fight. Abiy wants to dislodge Jawar from Kenya. Abiy has no influence in the US, in Europe, in Canada. But Jawar in Nairobi is more dangerous than Jawar in US or Jawar in Canada, because Nairobi is close to Ethiopia. From Nairobi, from Kenya, you can influence Ethiopian politics. Second, Jawar has not said a word about that so far. I don't think he'll issue a statement because he does not want to alienate, he does not want to offend Kenyan government. He does not want to spoil his chances of reconciliation with Kenyan government. So he won't criticize the Kenyan government, I think. He won't speak on it. Secondly, viewers, Sebhat Nega, one of the most senior leaders of TPLF and maybe founding member of TPLF, gave an interview 2 days ago, and the man is calling for preparations. Sebhat Nega, I have a clip for Sebhat Nega for you, 1 minute long clip. Sebhat is talking about, let's analyze the clip instead of sharing it with you. Let's analyze it. Sebhat said in this interview that TPLF is again faced with a challenge, like it saw a challenge in 1971. 1971 Ethiopian calendar. 1978 or 1979 English calendar. What happened in 1979? Back then, TPLF saw an internal unity challenge. Somehow TPLF overcame that challenge. One party emerged as winner, another party surrendered reportedly. Sabba says this time challenge is more difficult and dangerous. And he implied That challenge is being posed by traitors. Whether, I don't know if he's calling Gitacho group traitors or federal government traitors, but he's calling for self assessment. He's calling for unity. He's calling for arming an organization of the party ranks. The party's members should be armed, trained, kept on high alert to be fully prepared for this struggle. People would say, Sajid, Sabbath basically called for unity. He did not call for unity. He should have said that TPLF leaders should meet, both should meet, and they should agree on some common ground. They should sit and find a solution. He did not say that. Basically, he wants one side to emerge as the winner. Which side? Not difficult to guess. Debrecen Gebremichael group. He wants the Debrecen group to emerge as the winner, to seize full control of the party in the region. This is what struggle means for him. Maybe he's talking about federal government too, that struggle is against federal government as well. But mainly he's backing the Debrecen group against Getachew group. The senior Tigray leaders should not take sides. They should play the role of mediators, pacifiers, facilitators. But unfortunately, they have become part of the conflict. Thanks for watching.